I'll tell it like it is. It really is against the male ego, for sure. I mean, this sport was invented by men, and this drag racing and Top Fuel was by just me and a few of the guys. You know, we brought it up from just little flathead Fords, you know, and rails, and we feel like we designed it, we invented it, and now here comes a gal, and she's beating us at our own game. It's a hard pill to swallow. So that's another thing that brought me back. I just wanted to see if she could really beat me, you know.
Well, Shirley from Mount Clemens, Michigan, qualified easily among the leaders. And coming to the line against Dick LaHaye here of DeWitt, Michigan, she was ready to start her quest for the world title. But then things turned sour for Shirley. Off they went. She's here on the right. Then her car gave her trouble. And LaHaye won at 221.13 miles an hour. And Shirley was not only out of it for this run, but for the meet as well. Her mechanic, Connie Kalita, is dejected. For Shirley, it was rough, literally and figuratively. For now, her chances for the World Championship are seriously jeopardized. She's going to worry now about this man, Frank Bradley of Napa, California, the only person who can beat her for the world title. She'll be watching him for the rest of the meet. I asked Shirley what happened to her car that knocked her out so early.
We put the necessary horsepower in the car for the first round. The car left unbelievable, and I went to shift it at half track. We went through the tire shake, and it wouldn't go in high gear. So I legged it in low gear all the way. I knew it would hurt the motor, and it looks like the only way they can beat us is when we hurt the motor.
Then it was the Swamp Rat from Sefner, Florida, Big Daddy Don Garlits, coming to the line in round 2 of Top Fuel, going against Jeb Allen from Santa Rosa, California. Garlits polished off John Kimball easily in round 1. Kimball's consolation for having been beaten by Big Daddy was that his car was given the best appearing award, a poor trophy. But Garlits stood on the line, ready to go. Watch these right rear tires as they wait for the Christmas tree to light up. The start is ever important as they wait for their 5-second eternity. Keep your eyes on Garlits' rear wheel. He smoked them at the start, and it gave Allen the edge he needed, and Don Big Daddy Garlits is out of it, as is Shirley Muldowney. 2 startling developments in the early rounds here at the US Nationals. A Top Fuel run takes 6 seconds, or less time than it takes to make this statement. The most crucial second of all is the first. Here it is. In the noise, smoke, and tension of that first second, what goes on in the mind of the driver? We asked the very best, Don Garlits, to tell us.
I'm strapped in the car, and the engine's running. The crew removed the starter. I'm on my own now. Up to this point, it's all been a team effort. But now it's just me and the machine. I come up to the burnout box. This is where a liquid is poured down to get the tires loose, to get the smoky burnout that you see. This heats the tires and causes the rubber to get very, very sticky, which causes it to adhere to the track. The car burns out past the line. Of course, I'm listening to my engine, the sound of it, whether it's hitting properly or not. It's sounding real good. The crew pushed me back now into my tracks that I have just painted down on the drag strip with this big smoky burnout. And I'm looking at my competitor, seeing what's happening in his lane. Has he done his burnout? Are we in synchronization? It looks pretty good. We move up to the line. The first little bulb on the top of the tree lights when the car is in what we call pre-stage. That means I'm very close to the position that I'm going to launch my car from. I want a certain temperature of my engine. I want it to be just right. I will move into stage. My competitor now has exactly 15 seconds to move the car. It's a long time. Finally, the light, it's green. We're off like a rocket. It's my competitor beside me. I give a slight little glance to the side to see where he's at. If I can't see him, I feel real good. If he's out in front, my heart gets heavy.
Now it's Dennis Baca and Frank Bradley. Bradley must win this one and keep on winning if he wants to win the World Championship. Baca from Concord, California, is a rug salesman when he's not strapped into this rail dragster. Bradley now, crucial moment. And on the sidelines, a very interested spectator. Shirley Muldowney knows that her World Championship stake lies in this race. If Bradley wins, she's got some more sweating to do. If Baca wins, she's the world champion. At her side, Don Garlits. And away they go. second at 6:05.5, 234.37 miles an hour. Dennis Baca's happy and Shirley Muldowney's happy.
Oh, excuse me for interrupting.
Hi, Chris.
Congratulations, Shirley. It broke your way.
Thank you, Chris.
Pleased?
Happy as punch.
Don Garlett, you had a tough day. What do you think about a lady world champion?
Well, I tell you, I predicted it, and there she is.
It's a great day for you. And for you, Don, better luck next time.
That's great. We got a queen in drag racing now.
He must have known that when he signed for my license a lot of years back, Chris.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
You're responsible for all this, then, huh?
He helped.
Okay, Shirley Muldowney, the new world champion.
And Jeb Allen, the man who put Don Garlett on the trailer earlier today, coming up against Richie Tharp of Houma, Louisiana. Till a few moments ago, Tharp was the world champion. In round 2, Tharp had his problems with Gary Reed of El Monte, California, in a very close squeaker. Tharp over on the left, Reed on the right. Reed loses control, and this happened. Let's have another look. Now, this is at 200 miles an hour, and Reed's car crosses over and bumps Tharp's machine. From another angle, we'll see the magnificent driving that took place during this accident. Reed crosses over, hits Tharp, and Tharp comes back into Reed's lane. The laws of physics took over at the wheel from Reed. The moment of impact. Each car wants to go its own way, but the drivers wrestle to maintain control. Once Reed crossed the line, the victory was Tharp's, one of his more harrowing wins. Tharp now coming up against Allen in one of the more crucial quarterfinal rounds. Jeb Allen from Santa Rosa, California, beat Don Garlett. Tharp, the former world champion and winner here last year, wait for the light to go green. And Tharp leaves the line, but Allen stays. Allen's car, no effort to get off the line. And Tharp has a free ride as they push Allen's car off. A tough break for the Californian, and Richie Tharp moves into the semifinal.
So far on this final day, we've had a safe run. But earlier in the meet, there was a spectacular accident. Let's look back.
During practice, 2 drivers from Dallas, Texas, Ray Beadle on the left and Dale Emery on the right, were on the line ready to go. Away they went, and Emery's car went out of control, crossed the line and almost turned over and smashed heavily into the guardrail. Emery suffered a broken arm. Let's now have another look. Off they go, and the tremendous power of these funny cars drives Emery's car across the track, and then it wants to turn over. But he brings it back down before smashing into the guardrail. And despite the car being broken in half, Emery suffered only a broken arm and is all right. Semifinals in pro stock. Frankie Iaconio against former world champ Bob Glidden. Defending world champion Larry Lombardo against Dyno Don Nicholson. Here's Nicholson's Mustang on the line in the burnout process. Going against Lombardo, who had trouble and is riding in a borrowed car that does not fit him, one that he does not like, and he's suffering from a bad back. His car owner, one of the more famous men in drag racing right here, Bill Grumpy Jenkins, concerned about this borrowed machine which his engine and drivetrain is in. Jenkins' cars are known throughout drag racing as Grumpy's Toys. Lombardo is one of the top men, but he's under a handicap now. Nicholson, at age 50, has been around the sport almost from the beginning. Down the line, and Lombardo's car obviously in trouble as Nicholson speeds home at 8.731, 154.10 miles an hour. Now the next pairing, Glidden nearest us in his 77 Pinto against Iaconio in a 76 Monza. Shooting for a spot in the finals where the big money is, and off they go. It's close. Very close down the line. And Glidden wins at 8.657, 156.25 miles an hour, and goes into the finals. And now Don Perdum, all dressed up in his racing best for the funny car semifinal. Royalties in funny car are a little bit strange. This car last year had a fiberglass Chevy Monza body on it. This year it's a Plymouth Arrow. Aerodynamics being the big reason. Outside starter fires up the engine as Don Perdum puts it in gear and wheels away. Croc moves his car into position. A serious contender. Perdum has lost here the last 2 years. He knows that anyone can win one. He's ready to make up for lost ground. On the line as they move into the staging area, the 3 lights. Critical positioning here. Engines revving. Truck is staged. Prudhomme staged. That moment. And Truck gets the jump, but too early as the red light goes on, disqualifying him, and Prudhomme comes home at 6.131 at 225.56 miles an hour. The young Croc crew is disappointed as Prudhomme takes a step further and moves into the final. The all-important Pro Stock final. Dino Don Nicholson, a 50-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia, in the yellow car. A 1977 Mustang against former world champion Bob Glidden, a local boy from Franklin, Indiana, in a 1977 Pinto. It's noisy and it's clouding up now. Concern here about the weather, which is graying up. Ready to go for this Pro Stock final, and Nicholson gets off. Glidden looks like he's having trouble, and his lady knows it. And Nicholson sails down to win it handily at 8.731 seconds, 154.16 miles an hour. His 3rd national victory of the season. And now for the funny car final. 17,000 to win. It's Don Prudhomme, the Snake, against Richard Rogers, 43 years old, and Prudhomme would like to have seen Gary Bergen alongside. Mrs. Prudhomme waits. Bergen's parachute opened in his semifinal run because of vibration and gave the win to Rogers as the two take off and go down the track side by side. Prudhomme surges ahead and wins it at 6.246 seconds, 236.22 miles an hour, and $17,000 for the Snake. His crew, happy as a lark, heads down to the end to visit him. The top fuel final, matching an emotional 37-year-old Spaniard, Dennis Baca, and a cold, calculating 33-year-old Cajun, Richie Tharp. Shirley, what's it like at the starting line?
Dennis Baca has taken a good lane. He did have choice of lanes. I know what he's thinking right now.
He knows he's picked the best lane. He's just hoping his crewman has lined him up in the best spot possible. He's looking for that wide footprint of rubber produced by the burnout.
He's looking for that extra bite, that extra traction on the starting line. I'm really happy that Dennis has got the left lane.
I'd give anything to be sitting in the left lane facing Tharp. I think my starting line reflexes would give me the advantage over him. And Tharp, knowing that, might try too hard and smoke the tires from red light.
21,000 to win, Shirley.
He's got his eye on Richard Tharp in the other lane.
A beautiful start by both men as they come down side by side. But Baca edges ahead and crosses the line a winner.
Dennis Baca with a 599. 231.22.
A great call, Shirley, and many thanks. And boy, is there ever emotion in the Baca camp. A popular victory for the 37-year-old Concord, California man. His first ever major triumph worth $21,000. He's been trying for a long time as he coasts to a stop at the end of this long strip here in Indianapolis. Everybody's happy, and not only did he beat Richie Tharp, but he beat the rain, too. And it's happy time for Dennis Baca, the winner of the U.S. Nationals. Yes, crew, come on. Dennis, this your biggest day in drag racing?
Yeah. We've been to the semifinals in 72 and 73. They called me the bridesmaid. I was runner-up the Winter Nationals 2 years in a row. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Grand Prix, I can't imagine all the ones I was runner-up at.
But you've won this one.
Yeah, I think we did. We worked our way to this one. They didn't give us anything. We had to work hard.
How'd you beat Tharp?
How'd I beat Tharp? Our car just run better that time. It just run better. The track had been loose, like I told you earlier. We actually took power out of it, took clutch out of it so she wouldn't smoke the tires. Paid off because she ran a 599 rather than a 608 the run before.
Boy, you're wound up. You know that, Dennis?
I am wound up because that's what I'm here for, it's a race.
And the 23rd U.S. Nationals are history. Our thanks and congratulations to Shirley Muldowney, the first woman world champion in all of motorsports. This is Chris Economaki saying so long from Indianapolis.